My first time was in 11th grade. I was cast in a production of The Fantastics opposite this girl, Eileen, who was a method actress. So I asked her what exactly the method was, and she said, well, our characters sleep together in the play, so if we slept together, then we could use that experience in our performances. I was a very quick convert to the method.
The summer after high school, I worked as a lifeguard on Key Biscayne, and late in July, I had to save a guy from drowning. So I drag him in. He's in really bad shape, and I'm giving him mouth to mouth, and suddenly I realize he's kissing me. It was a fake. He was a lifeguard from down the beach named Alberto. Dark hair, gorgeous green eyes, and he just wanted to go out with me. So I went. He was my first.
I was 14. I went up to visit my brother David at college, and he locks me out. He's got this big date. So I'm down in the lounge watching TV, and this girl comes in and says, David wants you to sleep on my floor. Very gracious of him. So I'm stretching out on a rug, and she says, you don't look too comfortable down there. And, well, until then, my nickname was Thumper, only because of how hard I could serve a tennis ball.
Oh, Janice, this is my boyfriend, David.
Hi.
And this is his brother, Thumper.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
We've met.
We've met.
Yeah, I've met you both a couple times. You don't remember?
I'm sorry, I'm usually really good with names and faces. And are you sure that... Wait a minute. Janice? It's Janice.
Janice?
Look at you. You look great. You have...
What? Well, what does she have?
An incredible body.
Janice was a friend of Susan's who worked at the same cruise line in the personnel department.
Every guy I met said the same thing. Oh, you must be a people person.
And Brian, who played Little League with Thumper, had just left the Army to run his dad's gas station.
I was driving the truck the day she called. Her battery was dead. There you go.
I can't believe I left the lights on.
It's okay, everybody does it when it rains.
I swear I'm such an idiot sometimes.
Well, here. Give me a call the next time you have a problem.
Thank you. This is really great. Thank you.
It's okay. You can pay me next time, too. She was the prettiest girl I'd ever seen.
I didn't even notice him, you know? I was late to meet Susan at the gym.
Janice never missed a workout.
Hi.
Hi.
Janice? Janice?
Sorry.
Was that the guy you said reminds you of your college boyfriend?
Yeah.
Janice didn't have a college boyfriend.
I made up little white lies to cover my lack of sexual experience.
She was a virgin.
I'd sit in my dorm room and eat. That was my sex life. Eating.
For most of her life, Janice was a little overweight.
She was a blimp. So, how much did you lose?
Guys always wanted to know, how much did you lose? Like, would all my old fat fill a suitcase or what?
When Janice first came to me, she displayed all the classic warning signs of a chronic overeater.
I hated my body my whole life.
1, the subject is fat.
She dieted hard for a year. I don't know how she stayed motivated.
I wanted to lose my virginity,
It's not that hard to do.
but I wanted it to be meaningful. I wanted it to be romantic. At a cruise line, in personnel.
So, you must be a real people person.
I just wasn't meeting the right kind of guys.
A week later, her battery wouldn't turn over again.
Well, Miss December has huge boobs.
That's my mom.
Really? So is my car almost ready?
You don't have to be embarrassed.
She obviously wasn't.
She did it on a dare.
Dare? It's so 50s. I don't remember the last time somebody dared me.
I dare you. I dare you to go out with me.
I couldn't believe it. I was flirting with my mechanic.
She said yes. It was my first date since I got out of the Army.
Brian always had a lot of girlfriends. He was very popular.
I wouldn't say that.
I do think his lack of height hampered his social development. There's a history of little people in our family, so we were very concerned.
I wouldn't say that.
All through high school, I was kind of short.
He was a shrimp.
You look lovely.
Thank you. I thought you said you had a '59 Cadillac.
I do. It's up on blocks.
Why don't you fix it?
Why don't you buckle up?
Where are we going?
Nowhere.
You took her driving just to drive.
I didn't think anybody did that anymore. Cruising?
I'd roll the windows down and the hot air would blow in and turn her face all shiny the way girls get.
It's a good way to get to know somebody.
It's not good for the environment.
Name one thing fun that is.
How many days can you watch me do this?
I don't know, it's neat. It's like you're a doctor making house calls, only with cars.
Would you mind if I kissed you?
Not at all. Wouldn't even mind if you kissed me again.
In Little League, Brian batted leadoff because if he got on, he could always steal second.
He didn't rush me at all.
She was the aggressive one.
You took her on picnics every Sunday.
Well, you sounded sweet, but corny, like you got too many greeting cards as a kid.
Do you ever think about it with me?
Sure I do. I think about it all the time.
What do you think about?
I'm not gonna... It's not something that you talk about.
Well, I mean, is it daytime or nighttime? Okay, is it indoors? Outdoors?
I want it to be like your first time.
Will be my first time.
It was hard to believe she'd been fat most of her life.
My parents never said no to me as a kid.
Janice was the fourth of 7 kids.
They never said much of anything to me.
2, the subject has low self-esteem.
I told her I wanted a big family.
I said I already looked pregnant most of my life. I didn't want to be pregnant the rest of my life.
Pass me the hose.
You want the hose? You want the hose? No, you want the hose?
Don't do anything
You want the hose?
stupid. Don't throw.
He was so sexy that day. I was sure that was going to be it.
The virginity thing became like this monkey on my back.
Not everyone has the nerve to write their name in fresh cement.
To go boldly where no man has gone before.
I think I was more eager than he was.
Brian clearly had a great affection for Janice, but to be honest, we thought she seemed a little trampy.
I wouldn't say that.
Janice? Hi, do you want tickets to a gallery opening tonight? I can't go.
Oh, sure.
If they ask, just say or me. It's for 2 if Brian's available.
You better be available.
Oh, yeah? Have you two,
Tonight.
tonight, really? Wow. Be safe.
I got 3 different kinds.
There's not really a good phrase like bon voyage to wish somebody good luck when you know they're going off to have sex. I mean, what do you say? Make great love?
You hang this stuff on your walls?
Some of it. Henry?
Yes?
You don't recognize me.
Of course I do. Susan, hi. Janice? Oh my God, Janice, you look great.
I worked for Henry for 5 years.
Janice was the best secretary I ever had. She was energetic, efficient. She made great brownies, most of which she ate herself.
I used to think maybe if I lost all the weight, Henry would fall in love with me, but I never could, and he never did.
Janice quit when I married Liz.
Liz was an awful woman.
One day Henry called me at home, said he'd forgotten to get Janice a birthday present. Would I please go out and buy her something?
She bought me a bikini, a small.
I have this mental image of her trying to wriggle into it, just to show Henry how thoughtful his gift was.
Seeing Henry that night really affected me.
You're not making this very easy. You're not ready for this, are you?
I am.
You're just not in the mood yet.
I don't know. I thought I was.
Am I doing something wrong?
I don't know.
Girls always want it to be romantic. They have to have this magical setting. They have to be in the mood.
I suddenly thought Brian's sort of taking me for granted.
I'm always in the mood.
Henry called Janice the next day to invite her to dinner.
In all the years I worked for Henry, he never took me to dinner.
First, I can't get over how great you look.
Will you stop?
Okay, that's it. I'll never mention it again. You look great.
Henry.
Second of all, to your career, to know where you started and to see where you are now, I salute you.
Well, you gave me the push.
I gave you nothing but a hard time.
That was the push.
Janice was happy to hear that Henry was divorced.
Henry was a good lover, but a very weak man. He always needed someone to take care of him.
Liz ran off with my best friend.
He was never Henry's best friend. He was my best friend's husband.
Every July 4th, I rent a boat and sail it into the bay to watch the fireworks.
I invited Janice and Brian.
I never see the fireworks. I'm always holding some girl's head over the rail while she upchucks into the bay.
It's gonna take me another hour to finish Mrs. Wilkerson's car.
Well, we're gonna miss the boat. Can't you just do it tomorrow?
I promise to be ready first thing in the morning.
All right, fine.
What's that mean?
Nothing. You don't have to read something into everything.
That's why you're leaving?
I just don't feel like sticking around all night watching you work.
Well, go ahead then. I'll call you later.
Careful. You're all dirty.
Oh, that'd be terrible if you got dirty, wouldn't it?
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. You don't have to read something into everything.
Oh, don't be such a jerk.
You started it.
I just don't like spending my whole life waiting around.
Then why are you still a virgin? It was probably the dumbest thing I ever said.
I wouldn't say that.
There's the crack of the bat. The next thing you know, you're sitting in the locker room thinking, if I could just have that one pitch back.
It was just so cruel.
Brian tried to apologize.
She was so angry she hyperventilated.
I swallowed a bug.
3, the subject eats at any opportunity.
Hi, it's Janice. Sorry to make you talk to a machine, but I'm not really a people person. Leave a message.
Hello, Janice? Henry here. Didn't think you'd be home, but gave it a try anyway. I'm out on my terrace watching the fireworks. Can you hear? Thought maybe you want to join me, but you're probably out with someone half my age as you should be. Oh, well.
Henry, I just felt so alone.
We were on that damn boat.
Fireworks were spectacular. What did you say you wanted?
Oh, just a ginger ale.
Oh, see? That's why I hate being single. I have no ginger ale and I have no one to blame.
That's okay, I'm not that thirsty. So you really still listen to records?
No, but I still buy them. I go into a store and I see an old record by some band that I ignorantly rejected when they were new. And I'll buy their album now because it's something that I should have wanted.
If he'd known how many times I dreamed of him doing that.
I remember being in the kitchen and thinking, God, if she leaves now, I will need the coldest shower.
My head was spinning. I can't remember what I was feeling.
In the mood. Lucky for him, she was feeling in the mood.
Henry, I have to tell you something. So you won't be surprised.
Surprise me.
I think it's fair to say that most men fall asleep right after sex.
Women like to snuggle.
I'm usually driving home by then.
Everyone said I'd be disappointed the first time, that there'd be more pain than pleasure. I wasn't disappointed at all. Henry?
What?
Just wanted to know. Is there anything I could have done better?
Best lover I ever had.
Henry?
Janice, go to sleep.
I just wanted to say you're the best lover I ever had, too.
Janice must have felt like the planets had realigned.
had no idea Janice was a virgin.
Just because I'd never done it before didn't mean I didn't know what to do.
We were in the middle of a Monday morning staff meeting when Brian showed up.
I just want to apologize again.
Okay.
I mean, I'm falling in love with you, and the next thing I know, I'm on, like, this mission to wipe out virginity.
Could you please not?
I'm sorry. I'd like a second chance.
I gotta get back to my meeting.
I want to marry you.
Oh, Brian.
Just think about it.
I'm not a virgin anymore.
Henry wanted Janice to move in with him right away.
I was a lonely, bitter, middle-aged man who thought a lot about death.
He was in love.
Hi.
Rose again last month, reaching nearly 10%. Administration
What's the matter, sweetheart?
unemployment in many parts of the country are slowing the
It's
economic...
just a news report on unemployment.
I'm in personnel. I could give them all jobs.
That's what got me. Her innocence.
Henry was happy to let Janice take charge of his life, except in bed.
I was like his geisha girl. He would tell me what to wear, what to say.
There's a short list of things that all guys find incredibly erotic.
He'd say, tonight you wear a short dress without any underwear.
That's definitely on it.
4, the subject is prone to binging.
You're lying totally exposed on the bed. But not one of the men talks to you. They all go about their work. Setting the lights, loading the camera, adjusting the sound. And finally, the director calls action. And you close your eyes and wait for a man you've never met to put his...
Hands down. Henry said it was the greatest summer of his life.
Janice moved in, the hotel occupancy went up, and the pièce de résistance...
His ex-wife got remarried.
Her name isn't Liz by any chance, is it?
Yes, you know my ex-wife?
Her new husband is a travel agent that I do a lot of business with.
We had dinner with them last week.
Really? You had dinner with him? What was she like?
She's got the darkest tan I've ever seen.
Henry calls her the lizard.
For any justice, she'd be skinned one day and made into belts.
I'm making shoes, I've got enough belts.
My parents wondered why I never brought Janice around anymore.
I've never seen Brian so unhappy.
I wouldn't say that.
Janice, what time do I have to be at the hotel this morning?
I don't know. I'm not your secretary.
Oh, stop being so sensitive.
I don't think I'm being so sensitive.
No, listen to yourself. Henry, I'm not your secretary. Henry, does this dress make me look too fat? Henry, am I a good lover?
You don't have to be so vicious.
Why? What difference does it make anyway? You're out the door. I saw the way your friends looked at me last night, and I know exactly what they were thinking. What's she doing with the old man when she could be with the mechanic? So let's forget it. Why don't you just pack up and move out?
You want me to leave?
Yeah, either leave now or marry me.
They went to Las Vegas.
My parents couldn't afford to throw me a real wedding anyway.
I wanted to get married quickly before she changed her mind.
I don't understand people who get engaged for months or even years before they get married. It's like buying a spouse and then holding onto the receipt.
Nervous?
A little.
I love you.
I know. I just don't know if I can get married by an Elvis impersonator without losing it totally.
Henry knew the hotel manager, so they were treated like royalty.
Free room, free meals, free use of the health spa, money to gamble with.
Lady Luck was not too kind.
Henry? Honey, I'm back early. My massage was canceled because the masseuse had cramps in her fingers. Is that crazy or what? Henry? Why is the music so loud? Oh, God. Henry. She's fat.
Supposed to get married that night. I was getting out of the shower when I heard a knock.
The order came for an obese call girl. We get that a lot. But that wasn't the strangest thing.
I opened the door and there she was, this huge girl. She said she was a wedding gift from a friend.
The strangest thing was that the call came from a woman.
Henry was always so weak.
Janice, chicken or beef? Come on, Janice, it's a long flight back. Chicken or beef?
Chicken. 5, the subject copes with emotional distress by eating.
She'd sit at her desk all day chain scarfing brownies. I mean, it hurt to watch.
No pain, no gain.
I finally dragged her to the gym.
Hey, how's my little people person?
Keep your hands off of me!
Janice was somewhat disenchanted with men.
Susan finally convinced Janice to join us for a concert up in Palm Beach.
There's nothing worse than being a third wheel.
Being the fourth wheel.
Thumper, if you don't want to come...
You just didn't tell me it lasted till midnight. To meet somebody then.
At midnight? You meet women at midnight?
Excuse me. The car won't start.
Oh, it's gonna be a lovely evening. The battery had been stolen.
What do I owe you?
Where do you want me to begin?
For the battery.
Let's just call it my wedding gift.
I didn't get married.
Then I'll send you a bill.
Listen, if we can get an extra ticket to this concert tonight, would you maybe want to join us?
I don't think so.
Brian, wait. I dare you to go out with me.
That first date, we were both really tense. Then Janice told this dirty joke.
You know, salesman breaks down in the desert, knocks in a lonely farmhouse. Punchline is just the cat.
The girl in the joke was a virgin.
They're always virgins.
We didn't sleep together on the first date. Or the second.
She's learned a lot about discipline.
Or the third.
That would have been it for me.
You're not ready yet?
No, this will take me about another 7 or 8 hours.
It's okay. I'll wait.
No, you won't.
Let's go inside.
We told Brian and Janice we looked forward to throwing them a very big wedding.
I wouldn't say that.
We're both so eager to have grandchildren.
Damn right.
So?
Well, I don't want to say it was worth the wait, but, it was worth the wait.
That's great. I'm so happy for you. Oh, by the way, is Brian still restoring that old Cadillac?
Yeah, why?
Well, I thought maybe he could use your old battery.
I knew she'd end up with the mechanic.
We didn't exactly ride off into the sunset.
He thought it bothered me that he worked with his hands.
She once called me a pump jockey.
It was meant affectionately.
They finally moved in together.
They drove over to meet us for lunch that day in the Cadillac.
It's Virgin Voyage.
The engine ran fine, but the muffler fell off.
Sounded like a leaf blower.
That's all I heard.
Shine a light on you, shine a light on me. Keep your Bud Light shining for everyone to see. Cuts clean through your thirst, never leaves you flat. Outshining all the others that from Bud Light shine.
If you're into looking good, get into Bud Light. Clean, fresh taste won't fill you up, never let you down.
You can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right. Everything else is just a light. Keep your Bud Light shining. Everything else is just a light.
Everyone's flocking to McDonald's to get their flippers on Batman. Now, Batman returns as on a dramatic series of collector cups with flying frisbee bat disc lids straight from the movie. Good. You can get your flippers on a large drink in one of 6 32-ounce collector cups at a special price when you buy any extra value meal, because what you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
Gotta fly!
Is Mick getting ahead in a murder case?
It's enough to make you itch.
I'm a great scratcher. Or will a captivating decapitator keep him sweating bullets? Tonight, the woman he attacked
This is the man who raped me.
is the only doctor who can save his life. But will she? Jacqueline Smith, The Rape of Dr. Willis, Tuesday.
Wasn't that a great new show? Well, there's another new one coming to CBS, and this one is filled with intrigue, suspense, and danger. Lee Horsley heads a team of investigators, and for them, crime is a work of passion. Bodies of Evidence premieres Thursday.